just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. The criterion is broken, the ear is finally deaf. The ledger of the Hijaz is marked with the F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The dismantling of the mullah is finally complete.
Yourself alive. The 47 owns the Iraqi sky.
Hey yo, let's do the math. Let's check the ledger of the sand. 500 million warriors standing in the land. 500 million voices screaming at a single wall, but the wall is still standing and the warriors look small. You got the numbers of the ocean, the weight of the tide, but you're led by the sterile and you're paralyzed by pride. One little nation, 9 million in the sun, and you're 500 million and you haven't won.
In the shadow of the heat, looking for the strength that you couldn't keep sweet. You sought out the owls with the laborers of old for the virility and fertility that the travelers told. The custom of the weak, seeking power from the strong, trying to fix a bloodline that was broken all along. But the architect of the void just pulled the final plug, leaving the mullahs drowning in the hole they dug. You claim the victory, you claim the divine decree, but you're drowning in the logic of a world you cannot see. Is the only thing on fire. The towers are falling, the signal is dead. 500 million lives are hanging by a thread. The pale horse president just rewrote the code, while the axis of failure explodes on the road. From the sterile desert sand to the silicon sky, the prophet of the numbers is watching them die. And it feels so good, and it feels so. We're 500 million strong, but we've been singing the satanic verse for way too long. Our kids are in the rubble, our mullahs are in the hole, because a low trust culture has no kinetic soul. 50 to 1 and you're still asking why. Is finally deaf. The ledger of the highs is marked with the F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The erasure of the mullah is finally complete. 500 million warriors, the Iron Sovereign owns the night. Feels good.
More
Police be upon him, is on the run again, swapping out the almighty for a stone cold spin. He's dusting off Yubo, the idol in the hole. A false prophet's logic, one God fits all. But the map doesn't track and the history is thin when your Allah is just Yubo with a brand new skin. Centuries late, he copied the Hebrew line, facing Jerusalem, claiming the same design. But the Jews saw the crack, but laughed at the mimicry, mocking the prophet and his borrowed ministry. In a fit of rage, he turned his back on the rock, retaliation for the tribes who dared to mock. He pivoted the prayer to make a stone square, back to Hubal's house, as if God were there. A fool in disguise, leading astray. His lies and deceit will never stay. Oh, the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings of crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine. Up the idols in a new masquerade. He kept the black stone and the seven circuit spin. Old desert magic rebranded as sin. From the daughters of Allah to the crescent moon's glow, it's just ancient heathens running the show. His followers dwindling as his facade cracks, exposed as a fraud, there's no turning back. Look up at the minaret, what do you see? The crescent of the moon god, the pagan pedigree. He tried to cut a deal with the three sublime cranes, worshiping the daughters to ease his own pains, but he called it a slip when the pressure got high. Just another layer of the prophet's big lie. From the moon on the roof to the stone on the floor, it's the same old Hubal knocking at the door. Oh no, it's Mo, the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings are crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine. Oh no, it's Mo, the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings are crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine.
He's a golden in the village, a pit bull in the heights. He's seen the 47's fire in the neon nights. Man's best friend since the first fire burned. A loyalty of blood that can't be unlearned.
But there's a whisper in the council, a shadow in the hole, calling him Hiram, writing unclean on the wall. They want him out the lobby, they want him off the street, to bring the desert's darkness to the concrete heat. perfect man from the 7th century sand, the one who took the child bride by her little hand. 9 years old in the tent while the prophet took the prize, with the cowhide, the budding youth glimmering in his eyes. He said the black dog is a devil, an angel frightening beast, while he feasted on the Kaaba lamb at the poison feast. But Santa had the seasoning, the venom in the bone, to prove a child thief never sits on a holy throne.
Congressman Fine is standing on the line.
The Protecting Puppies Act, the 47 sign. You can take your unclean labels and your tacky lies and shove them back to Tehran where the moolah dies. I'll choose the puppy every fucking time over the prophet and his ritual crime. The 47 Thunder, the Protecting Puppies Act. Loyalty is a dog and that's a fucking fact. You bombed your own school, then you cried to the Jew, but the only thing unclean in this city is you. Oh, pity the martyr, the missile went wrong in.
It hit the little children while we sang our holy song. Quick, call the BBC, tell them Zionists are here. Maybe we can get another deal if we shed a fake tear. No more pallets of cash, no more sympathy deals. The 47's justice is the only thing that's real.
I'll choose the puppy every fucking time over the child thief and the 6th century crime. The eagles in the sky and the dogs in the yard, while the moolah's in the dirt and the bunker is charred.
February 28th, February 28th. The fire was sweet, the fire was sweet. The victory of the 47th is finally complete. The dog is the truth, the prophet is the lie. The 47th owns the sky.
Look, I'm in the Medina, I'm dodging the hill, while the mullahs are whispering the end is near. Naples in the corner with the ruddy cheek glow, watching Mohammed and his rituals show. He's rocking Sip D, of that hairless tan high-dye red with the acacia to cover the pride. But the 47 stepping in the bullets take a weed.
leave with the kinetic truth that you wouldn't believe. The prophet isn't here, just a vessel for the tale, while the inbreeding rates make the civilization free. Check the David Wood blade, check the gospel line. If the angel is holy, then your book ain't divine. You affirm the scripture just to call it a fake, a 1,400-year-old logical mistake. Keep marrying the cousins, keep the goats in the yard, while the 47 hits the ILGC hard. Low IQ, low trust, high tribal greed. The prophet sowed a very stunted seed. Don't step on the truth,
Don't step on the gear. The satanic verse is the only thing we hear. La la. Those who are the cranes in the sky, revealing the roots of the Meccan lie.
One for the city or two for the show. The 47's coming and the moolah's gotta go. Statistically impossible, the noise in the street. The liberation of the mind is finally complete. You bomb your own school just to cry for a deal, but the 47's justice is the only thing real.
Oh, I'm just an ear, I believe what you say. Even when you marry 10-year-olds to start the day. Satan told me about the goddesses, he jumped on my tongue. But don't check the math while the bells are being rung. The render is crashing, the 5G is wide. There's nowhere for the 7th century to hide.
One for the city, a two for the show. The 47 thunder made the Kaaba glow. No more Turkey, no more the year. The end of the big empire is here. February 28th, the ledger is red. The sandals are dust and the prophet is dope.
Let early slightly unclean light. The 47 owns the sky.
Police be upon him, is on the run again, swapping out the almighty for a stone cold spin. He's dusting off you ball, the idol in the hall of false prophets. Logic, one God fits all, but the math doesn't track and the history is thin when your Allah is just Hubo with a brand new skin. 6 centuries late, he copied the Hebrew line, facing Jerusalem, claiming the same design. But the Jews saw the crack, but laughed at the mimicry, mocking the prophet and his borrowed ministry. In a fit of rage, he turned his back on the rock. Retaliation for the tribes who dared to mock. He pivoted the bread to Mecca stone square, back to you bull's house as if God were there. A fool in disguise, leading astray. His lies and deceit will never stay. The false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings a crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine. He preaches of darkness in the pagan parade, dressing up the idols in a new masquerade. He kept the black stone and the 7th circuit spin. Old desert magic, rebranded as sin. From the daughters of Allah to the crescent moon's glow, it's just ancient heathens running the show. His followers dwindling as his facade cracks, exposed as a fraud, there's no turning back. Look up at the minaret, what do you see? The crescent of the moon got the pagan pedigree. Tried to cut a deal with the 3 sublime cranes, worshiping the daughters to eat
the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the crime. His words are poison, his teachings are crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine. Yeah. Hey yo, Muhammad, look me in the eye through the 7th century mist. You're holding the perfect book with a logic-killing twist. You told the world the gospel was the light and the true path. Then you brought a different story and you brought the desert wrath. If the gospel is the word, then your revelation fails. It's a ship with no rudder and 1,000 broken sails. You're the ear that heard too much but understood too little, leaving your own perfect verse brittle in the middle. How can you confirm a book that calls your prophecy a crime? You're a criterion that's failing for the very first time. You said the law preserved the word that no man can change the ink. Then you said the gospel's altered just to keep your ship from sink. If it's altered, then a law is weak and couldn't keep the light. If it's not, then you're a liar in the middle of the night. It's a checkmate in a desert, it's a self-inflicted scar. You're just a man with pagan roots, reaching for a star. You bow to the crane, you bow to the stone, because you couldn't stand to face the Meccan sun alone. Now loud and now loser, the daughters you embraced before the satanic verse was conveniently erased. The 47th thunder just leveled the Bedad gate. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. Statistically impossible, the noise inside the wire. The axis of resistance is a funeral pyre. From Babylon to Nineveh, the signal's coming through. The 47's hammer brought the ending just for you. Oh, look at you, messenger, with your cousins in a row, building a low trust empire where the minds can never grow. Marrying the child, marrying the kin, while the average IQ is drowning in the sin. Goes for a bride price, 400 years of fog, while you call a man's best friend a shaitan and a dog. The dilemma is you, the dilemma is deep, and the 47th is waking up your sheep. The 45th, why God has just leveled the Bedad gate. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. The criterion is broken, the ear is finally deaf. The ledger of the Hijaz is marked with a F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The dismantling of the mullah is finally complete. You affirmed the truth and proved yourself alive. The 47 thorns the Iraqi sky. Shadow is a mile wide, so the coward looks for a place to hide. He can't reach the west, he can't reach
reach the shore, so he bleeds the nations right next door. 7 flags burning in a desperate rage, the final act on a bloody stage. He's striking at brothers to prove he's a man before the 47th clears the sand. Tells the soldier, don't fear the lead. There's a garden waiting for the holy dead. But he doesn't promise a woman grown. He promises a seed that's barely sown. He quotes the tidings of the 78th verse, the theological bride, the spiritual curse, chasing the coward bee, the budding prize with the hunger of a monster in his eyes. Don't call them companions, don't hide the age. Read the literal ink on the classical page. It's not full-breasted, that's a velvet lie to hide the horror from a western eye. You slaughter the neighbors for a budding dream, but the 47th thunder heard the scream. No more cowhide, no more 10-year-old toys, just the end of the mullahs and their holy boys. The 7 Nation strike was your final breath. Now you're face to face with a kinetic death. Operation Epic Fury, the hammer of lead for the child thief and the lies he spread. Plural of cave, the protrusion of youth, the budding breast is the ugly truth. 10, 11, or 12 years old, a paradise of children, or so you're told. You envied the 47, his life and his name, but you're just a predator in a religious game. Budding breasts, no maidens in line. The 47 ran out of time for you.
We have to tell them how to poop and give them the wisdom, give them the need. We have to give them, civilize them. This is Sahih Muslim 1300. Jabir reported Allah's messenger is saying, odd number of stones are to be used for creeping the private parts after answering the call of nature. And casting of pebbles at the Jamarat is to be done by odd numbers. 7. And the number of circuits between Al-Safa and Marwa is also odd. 7. And the number of circuits around the Kaaba is also odd. 7. Whenever any one of you is required to use stones for cleaning the private parts, he should use an odd number of stones. 7 or 3, 5 or 7. Oh my goodness, now it all makes sense. Allah is one. One is an odd number. Therefore, we need to wipe our butts with an odd number of stones so that our wiping can be more like Allah. This is how Allah wipes himself to Allah. Uses an odd number of stones to wipe himself because he is odd. How could he use an even number when he's so odd? Alhamdulillah. You see, children? You see? Your religion is not in Syria. They are jealous. They are jealous of Allah's oddness. They don't know. Can you tell me how to wipe my butt? With hikmah and halal touch. Can you tell me how to wipe my butt? With my hand and hikmah. Oh, touch. Number 1, we need to use an odd number of stones. Can you tell me how to wipe my butt? My butt, my butt, my butt. Now I got my big boy pants, big boy chair, big boy chair. Feeling like a big boy, look at this. Already had the big boy. With hikmah now. You're here to civilize we have to tell them Uranus.
Police be upon him, is on the run again. Swapping out the almighty for a stone cold spin. He's dusting off you about the idol in the hall. A false prophet's logic, one God fits all. But the math doesn't track and the history is thin when your Allah is just Hoover with a brand new skin. Ha! The Hebrew line, facing Jerusalem, claiming the same design. But the Jews saw the crack pie, laughed at the mimicry, mocking the prophet and his borrowed ministry. In a fit of rage, he turned his back on the rock. Retaliation for the tribes who dared to mock. He pivoted the prayer to Mecca Stone Square, back to Hubal's house as if God were there. A fool in disguise, leading astray. His lies and deceit will never stay. Oh no, the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings are crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine. In a pagan parade, dressing up the idols in a new masquerade. He kept the black stone and the 7 circuit spin. Old desert magic were branded as sin. From the daughters of Allah to the crescent moon's glow, it's just ancient heathens running the show. His followers dwindling as his facade cracks, exposed as a fraud, there's no turning back. Look up at the minaret, what do you see? The crescent of the moon got the pagan pedigree. He tried to cut a deal with the 3 sublime queens, worshiping the daughters to ease his own pains. But he called it a slip when the pressure got high. Just another layer of the prophet's big lie. From the moon on the roof to the stone on the floor, it's the same old U-boat knocking at the door. Oh no, the false prophet of all time, Lord of the flies, feeding on the refuse and the grime. His words are poison, his teachings are crime, but we won't be swayed by his deceptive rhyme. For the truth of Jesus will forever shine.
Beneath the shadow of the Kaaba, before the black stone, the daughters of the desert sat upon a pagan throne. Alat, Aluza, and the third one Manat, the roots of the ritual, the ghost in the plot. The prophet was lonely, the Quraysh were cold, so he looked at the idols and he did as he was told. He bowed to close a political deal. Satan jumped in and he whispered a song, and I'm infallible, so I couldn't be wrong. Just a man in a cave with a shadow on the wall, waiting for the 47th to end it all. It was Satan's verse in the prophet's mouth, the wind of the north and the dust of the south. No more tequila, no more the year. The end of the pagan empire is here. February 28th, the ledger is red. The goddesses are laughing, the prophet is dead. The cranes have flown, the stone is just cold. The 47 is the only story told. The tigress is rising, the shadow is gone. Baghdad is waking to a 47 dawn. For 20 years trapped in a Persian vice, paying the mullahs a martyr's price. But they saw the fire on the Tehran night, they saw the supreme one vanish from sight. Now the militias are shaking, the cell phones are cold. The story of resistance is officially old.
Look at the coast where the citrus used to grow. Gaza is silent under bitter ISF glow. No more tunnels for the Persian king, no more children for the K-boss sting. They promised you victory, they promised you land, and left you to die in the rubble and sand. While Ali was counting his pixels in gold, the people of Gaza were traded and sold.
From the ancient gates to the Babylon wall, the idols of Tehran are starting to fall. Iraq's looking west past the smoke and the fear. The Abraham echo is finally here. The bridge is open from Zion to Iraq. The 47 thunder, there's no turning back. Gaza is breathing, the border is still. The end of the moolah, the end of the thrill. You lashed at the 7, you bombed your own school, but the 47 broke every resistance rule.
Our brother Gaza was our heart, until the B-2s tore the bunker apart. Now Baghdad is calling for a desk and a chair to sign on the line while there's peace in the air. No more Turkey, no more the air. The only thing left is the kinetic fear.
The bridge is open from Zion to Iraq.
The 47 Thunder, there's no turning back. The Model I is ashes, the bunker is cold. The future of Babylon is starting to unfold. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The liberation of the crescent is finally complete. Gaza is waking, Baghdad is free. The 47th wrote the history.
Ayo, Muhammad, look me in the eye through the 7th century mist. You're holding the perfect book with the logic killing twist. You told the world the gospel was the light and the true path. Then you brought a different story and you brought the desert wrath. If the gospel is the word, then your revelation fails. It's a ship with no rudder and 1,000 broken sails. You're the ear that heard too much but understood too little, leaving your own perfect verse brittle in the middle. How can you confirm a book that calls your prophecy a crime? You're a creator and it's failing for the very first time. You said Allah preserves the word that no man can change the ink. Then you said the gospel's altered just to keep your ship from sink. If it's altered, then the law is weak and couldn't keep the light. If it's not, then you're a liar in the middle of the night. It's a checkmate in the desert, it's a self-inflicted scar. You're just a man with pagan roots reaching for a star.
You bow to the cranes, you bow to the stone, because you couldn't stand to face the Meccan sun alone. A Latin loser, the daughters you embraced before satanic verse was conveniently erased.
The 47 Thunder just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah's crime, but it's 20 years too late. Statistically impossible, the noise inside the wire. The axis of resistance is a funeral pyre. From Babylon to Nineveh, the signals coming through. The 47's hammer brought the ending just for you. Oh, look at you, messenger, with your cousins in a row, building a low trust empire where the minds can never grow. Marrying the child, marrying the kin, while the average IQ is drowning in the sin. Goats for a bride price, 1 for 100 years of fall, while you call the man's best friend a shaitan and a dog.
The dilemma is you, the dilemma is deep, and the 47th is waking up your sheep.
The 47 Thunder just leveled the Baghdad date. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. The quadrant is broken, the ear is finally deaf. The ledger of the Hijaz is marked with a F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The dismantling of the mullah is finally complete.
Prove yourself alive. The 47 owns the Iraqi sky. eagle is circling, the sky is turning red. The Supreme One is hiding with a price upon his head. He can't reach the west, he can't touch the shore, so he breaks all the windows in the house next door. 7 nations bleeding under Terran's hate, a blind man's tantrum at the pillar of state.
He quotes the tidings of the Sally sign, where the kawaii wait and the vineyards are fine. Not companions in bloom, but the budding prize. 10-year-old children for a martyr's eyes. A theological bride, a taki lie to keep the boys dying under the Persian sky.
Put to a clumsy test. It wobbled out the silo with a pathetic groan and dropped its payload on a school of their own. It was the Jews, they shrieked to the BBC, searching for deals and for global pity. But the satellites watched the trajectory of shame, a self-inflicted wound with nobody to blame. From the ports of Kuwait to the Ammonite, the desperate lashing of a soul in flight. He gambled on a stupid king, he gambled on the time, but the 47th Thunder won't ignore the crime. You struck at the neighbors, you lashed at the blue, but the 47th Thunder is fucking real for you. Operation Epic Fury, the hammer of a lead for the child thief and the lies he spread. No more coward, no more paradise toys, just the end of the mullahs and their holy boys.
Zainab of Khaybar, she's laughing in the dust. She didn't need a missile, she didn't need trust. Just a gift of poison lamb and a test for a king. I feel my heart snapping, did you feel the sting?
The prophet died in a fever, a miserable land, while the dog you called unclean was man's only friend.
The render is failing, the oil is dry. The dragon and the bear just said goodbye.
You struck at the neighbors, you